You're listening to Healing After Heartbreak, the podcast where women rise into clarity, confidence, and emotional safety after life shakes them awake. Hosted by Mary Majors, a master-certified confidence and clarity coach who blends psychology, nervous system wisdom, and faith. This show guides you back to the woman you were always meant to be. If you're ready for grounded truth, gentle strength, and healing that actually lasts, you're in the right place.
I've had a few of you ask to know a little more about me, especially our listeners tuning in all the way from Germany, which still blows my mind in the best way. So here's the short and sweet version. I'm a Texas girl through and through. I'm a wife, and between the two of us, we have 7 beautiful children, a big, blended, joy-filled family that keeps us laughing, learning, and growing every single day. And just like many of you, we didn't arrive here without our own stories. We each walked through our own seasons of heartbreak, healing, and rebuilding. We did the inner work. We faced the hard truths. We let God reshape us from the inside out. And somewhere along the way, all that growth, all that surrender, all that commitment to becoming better humans brought us together. So when I talk about healing, identity, nervous system work, and trusting yourself again, it's not theory for me. It's lived, it's earned, it's sacred, and I'm honored to walk this journey with you. Thank you for being here. Now, I want us here listening to create something beautiful and unique as well. Let's get into it. To start, take a breath with me. Let your jaw unclench, let your shoulders drop. You're safe here. Today, we're continuing our 3-part series on how to trust yourself again after heartbreak without second-guessing every feeling. And this episode is the one that usually makes women pause and say, oh, that finally makes sense. Because this is where we talk about why your patterns keep showing up, even when you're smart, self-aware, spiritually grounded, and genuinely trying to choose differently. And I want you to hear this with so much gentleness. Your patterns don't persist because you're broken. They persist because you're brilliantly adaptive. Most women think they repeat patterns because they're weak or naive or haven't learned their lesson. But the truth is far more compassionate and far more empowering. Your nervous system is wired to choose what feels familiar, not what feels healthy. Familiar feels predictable. Predictable feels manageable. And manageable feels safe. So if you grew up around inconsistency, your body will gravitate toward inconsistency. If you learn to earn love, you'll feel drawn to people who make you work for it. If you were taught to shrink yourself to keep the peace, you'll find yourself doing it again without even realizing it. Not because you want to, but because your body is trying to protect you from the unknown. And this is why you meet someone kind, steady, emotionally available, and feel nothing. I remember this so vividly in my own life. When I started dating again after heartbreak, I would meet these genuinely good men who were calm, consistent, emotionally present, and my whole body would just flatline. No spark, no pull, no interest, and it confused me so deeply. I remember thinking, what is wrong with me? Isn't this what I said I wanted? But the truth was, my nervous system didn't recognize that kind of steadiness as safe yet. It felt foreign, it felt unfamiliar, and unfamiliar felt risky. So my body shut down, not because the person was wrong for me, but because my system didn't yet know how to relax into that kind of safety. And here's the part that softens everything. The patterns you're frustrated with or once your survival strategies. People-pleasing kept you connected. Over-functioning kept the relationship from falling apart. Ignoring red flags kept the peace. Staying too long kept you from facing abandonment. These weren't failures. These were brilliant adaptations. You learned how to survive environments that didn't honor you. And now, as an adult, those same strategies feel like self-betrayal, but they were born from wisdom, not weakness. This is also why you confuse anxiety with intuition. When your nervous system is dysregulated, everything feels urgent. Everything feels like a warning. Everything feels like it needs your immediate attention. Anxiety shouts. Intuition whispers, and when your system is overwhelmed, the whisper gets drowned out. Though you second guess yourself, you hesitate, you replay conversations, you analyze every feeling, not because you're confused, but because your body is still bracing for impact. And then there's attraction, the part that carries so much shame for so many women. You're not drawn to the same kind of person because you're broken. You're drawn to them because your body recognizes the emotional landscape. It knows the rules, it knows the rhythm, it knows how to survive there. And even if it hurts, it feels familiar, and familiar feels safe until you learn a new kind of safety. But here's the beautiful turning point. Patterns don't break through force, they break through understanding, through compassion, through regulation, through choosing differently from a place of safety, not fear. The moment you stop judging the pattern and start understanding it, everything shifts. You stop fighting yourself, you stop shaming yourself, you stop believing the lie that you should know better by now. And instead, you begin to see your patterns for what they truly are, a map of where you've been, not a prophecy of where you're going. You are not destined to repeat the same story. You are not stuck in who you used to be. You are becoming the woman who chooses differently, slowly, gently, one regulated moment at a time. And if this episode brought something up for you, or if you're sitting with a moment of, wow, that's me, come talk to me. Truly, my Instagram DMs are open, and I love hearing what's landing for you. You don't have to process this alone. Reach out and say hi. The link is in the show notes.
Thank you for listening to Healing After Heartbreak. If today's conversation opened something meaningful for you, Mary invites you to honor that moment, because awareness is where healing begins. And if this podcast is supporting you, the simplest way to help it grow is to subscribe, leave a review, or share this episode with a woman who might need a little hope today. You can explore more of Mary's work at marymajors.com. And if you're longing for a place where you don't have to heal alone, she welcomes you into her Facebook community. Community is essential in this kind of work, not just for encouragement, but because healing deepens when you're surrounded by women who understand your story, reflect your strength back to you, and remind you that you're not walking this path in isolation. The link to join is in the show notes. If you'd like to connect with Mary personally or share what resonated with you today, you're always welcome to reach out to her on Instagram. Her DMs are a warm place for conversation, questions, and gentle support. Until next time, remember, healing is a process, and you're becoming someone you can trust.